Tucked within the city of San Francisco, there is a community center for Japanese Americans in the very quaint Japantown. Called Kimochi, its mission statement describes itself as a center that is a non-profit providing care for seniors primarily in the Japanese American communities. Steve is vice president of Kimochi in San Francisco and spoke with us about growing up in his generation and how that translation between these generations connect as Japanese culture puts a mindful and important emphasis on taking care of their elders.
When on Saturday we were at lunch at the veterans, 442 veterans and all that. The Nisei, their average age has got to be 90s. If you're 90, man, and healthy, you can walk. You Genki, that's called Genki. You lucky, man. Because a lot of guys can't do it, man. And it's kind of sad, real sad, because aging ain't supposed to be as painful as it is for folks. Because it ain't just about aging and infliction and health and stuff. It's about family, who going to take care of me, which goes back to family, which goes back to community. We changing, man. You know? Kimochi philosophy is filial piety, right? You learn from the elders, and you teach the children. And then the program started. Information, referral. These seniors that we knew that were around Japantown that had issues, no glasses, no teeth, place to live, right? The grassroots approach of Kimochi, intergenerational, bilingual, bicultural, us young bloods trying to approach the seniors. Because asking for help for Asian over here, I don't know about other communities, it's difficult. And it's difficult because, again, if you're in touch with your culture, you're in touch with how prideful we are. And saving face is one of the most important aspects of that. And nobody wants to admit that, man, I need some help, man. I mean, I'm hungry. I really got nowhere to live, you know. I'll do the best that I can. I'm not a bad person, you know, but I need help. And then when you go through, again, the analysis of camp and redevelopment and that effect, you find out that these people, it's not their fault that they're in this position. They ain't on the street because they want to be, you know. And once you get into that, in the 60s, and the ability to take those kinds of principles, beliefs, social justice, and apply it, you begin to now what we used to call extend the hand.
Kimochi serves as a center that takes care to raise awareness among its senior citizens, some who may be unaware of the benefits and services accessible to them. However, there is a deeper level of significance with the seniors from the Issei and Nisei generations due to one very significant event.
And the whole theme of the Niseis is, we Niseis aren't going to be here anymore pretty soon. You know, I mean, it's heavy, right? Please don't forget our contribution of what we did in World War II. Are you kidding me? I mean, come on. Which is part of, we fought in the United States to show our loyalty to the United States because our mother and father, sister and brothers were in camp. I mean, what kind of person does that, man? You know what I mean? You know, how old are you? You're 18, 17 years old. You're a kid, man. You know, military, you know, 442, volunteer, right? In camp, you know, they always talk about the questionnaire of loyalty, right? Would you swear allegiance to the United States? I'm in camp and you're going to ask me to swear allegiance? Are you? Would you serve in the armed forces? What? I'm in camp. You asked me. I'm American, and now you're going to ask me to. But they did. I mean, they're kids, 17, 18 years old, coming out of every city or whatever camp they went for, right? To do what? Simplistically, critical thinking, to prove that we Japanese Americans are as American as anybody else. And in this country, how you do that and prove that is you die for your country. You spill blood. You spill blood, you feel the pain and infliction of everybody. That's the kind of difference between my generation or camp generation that you say, you're young, but it sounds like you don't understand how it feels, man. You know, you guys know how it. I don't say that no more after Paris. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the feel. what you guys feel. That's the feel. And then the anticipation of that, the real hard critical masses, who are we talking about incarcerating and discriminating against? In a contemporary basis, taking it all back to camp. What do you call it, man? By the word semantics. Now, S.I. Hakai used to be the former president of San Francisco State, who was credited for quelling the strike. Got credit for it, became a Republican, went to U.S. Senate. Can you believe that shit? As an English professor at San Francisco State. We used to call him Sleeping Sam. Guy was stone cold. That camp had no effect on us as Japanese Americans. No effect at all. Destiny is a simulation of acculturation, the melting pot. We're all supposed to give up our ethnicity and culture and become American, right? That was, up your ass, man. But that's what it was, infringement of rights. So what was my social upheaval days? It's y'all's now. It's a matter of if you want to read the dials. You know what I'm saying? And you only know the dials because of the past experience you've written. That's called history.
The internment camps became a dark stain on American history and a severe breach of constitutional rights guided from years of cemented prejudice against Japanese Americans. Kimochi takes the sacrifice made by the elder generations during this time and keeps it to heart as they serve to provide for their seniors.